Why bring Revel to North Bay?
Can you explain why Revel in North Bay specifically?
Well, I met people at Revel about 2.5 years ago at a conference, and it's a place of professional development. You know, every brand in Canada is there to try to represent, to try to recruit. I was not recruited. I actually approached them because I saw that they were doing things a little bit differently all over Ontario. I noticed that they were popping up everywhere but the GTA, at least at first, and every office was in a similar community to mine. I thought, wow, they're having fun with real estate. And they're definitely collaborative, and their marketing is edgy. Their brand is on point, it's modern, and I thought, okay, why can't I do something like that in North Bay? North Bay has been home to traditional brands for the long haul. They've all, done really well and succeeded in our small community, as do many others. But I wanted to bring something fresh and something different, shake things up in North Bay. And I see the future of real estate being very collaborative, very open, and less bogged down by cost and desks and all that kind of stuff. My core values really aligned with what Revel was doing, and so I thought, okay, let's try it out.
Tell me about the office itself, the concept, the design.
So downtown is where I feel the most energized. I really wanted to be part of the revitalization of our city here and our downtown community. We have such a hidden gem. It's not even that hidden, but we have a downtown that borders on a beautiful waterfront. So why wouldn't we do something creative and awesome with it? There's something to be said about investing in your community, investing in your old buildings, revitalizing things, shaking things up, bringing more business here to then offer more services, more product to your community and support local. The design and the layout was inspired nonetheless by Selling Sunset. I love the show because it's so filled with drama, but I really love their office. I really loved the old brick and mortar and the exposed brick in that office and how their desks were lined up. I thought it was very collaborative and fresh, and so I brought that design here, but we left the drama at the door. So there's no drama here. Really inspired by the open concept, and I do know the value of confidentiality with our work and our clients and negotiations and all that stuff. So we do have a private office in the back, so we have a space for that. But the open concept main floor with the desks all kind of integrated together, it's meant for your admin work. It's meant to be collaborative. It's meant to be able to provide mentorship and shadowing to those that are just getting started in the business. So here at Revel, we really like to have half veterans and then half rookies, and it enables us to actually be able to mentor those people and show them things so they can eavesdrop on how we would get a listing. We could show them how we would put things up and get it on the market, or how we would do our marketing, what kind of software and platforms we use for that. Again, playbook, right? Showing them the playbook of how to do all this stuff. So that's the point of being open concept in this space. We really value movement here because you do feel stagnant when you're stuck in four walls all the time, or you're alone. I know I thrive around people, around community. That's how we hear the buzz of what's going on in the community, what listings are coming up, what buyers we might have to complement them. I like working from a coffee shop, so I kind of set it up like a coffee shop at the front where you have a window bar, you can get some natural sunlight, you can wave at people on Main Street. I wave at people on Main Street every day, and people come in here and actually talk to me. So it's kind of fun, and it's a really good way to get business. We do have a really nice coffee bar in the front, so it does attract some people thinking we're a coffee shop. We're not, but we're gonna offer our clients that service when they're here and make them feel at home and comfortable. We have a nice living area. You can sit there casually and talk to clients if it's not confidential. We have a really nice boardroom that's great for seminars and hosting our agents for meetings and whatnot. And then again, you do have that private space in the back and a content creation studio as well. Oh, and the mural. Yeah, the mural is that final touch that we added. We really wanted to showcase what makes North Bay home for us. So we got 2 local artists to paint the entire wall. It's very monochromatic, but then we do have an ode to head office and their saying, which is, "This must be the place," and they basically have a neon sign in almost every office, but instead of getting a neon sign, we painted a neon sign. When you're watching other agents on the phone, and you're in an open concept space like this, and you're watching them, and they're just running from one thing to another, and they're on the phone constantly, what do you think it gets you feeling like? It gets you feeling like, I need to get busy, I need to get working, right? So this is how we create and foster that supportive environment and kind of fire each other up to be busier and work smarter.
Tell me a little bit about the additional space you've made for people like me and my business and how this has helped you scale and grow.
I wanted to collaborate with people who are similar to our industry, people who we would likely use as part of our services, because we're all entrepreneurs. We all are doing the same thing. We're all marketing. We're all trying to get our product out or our services out to the community, and they're all kind of linked together. I think in real estate offices, especially in Southern Ontario, I noticed a trend over the last few years where they were making space for a local lawyer, for a mortgage broker, maybe an independent one, a home stager, home decorator, that kind of thing. And that way, it kind of subsidized the cost for everybody for rental space, because especially in Southern Ontario, it's very expensive to rent commercial. It's not cheap here either, but it's obviously a lot more manageable. But for solo entrepreneurs, it can be really expensive to rent space downtown or on good visual exposure and get your name out. So I think collaborating with these professionals and trying to offer them a spot to come in, even if it's on a part-time basis, doing some sort of a trade that way or gaining a little bit of a monthly income from it can help all of us. It makes us all better. It makes all of our businesses grow that way and kind of gives us all that support that we needed.
Do you have any last words on your vision for this office in the next year?
Yeah, it's funny. My vision for this office has already come to fruition. I set my bar and my expectations actually quite low when I first signed the lease for this place back in October. But at the time, my break even was just to have 2 agents with me. And so I thought we would just be the 3 of us for the entire year. And then it ended up being, growing pretty quickly. And now we're at 9 agents, plus a full-time admin staff, plus a content creator, co-working out of our space. And then we have another one coming as well, a home stager, home decorator that's going to kind of set up a space here to sell off her product and show her services. And we work hand in hand together as well. We are growing to be something that I didn't foresee within the first year. So I would say my goals for the next year or so are to acquire a few more producing agents, a few more veterans, so we can complement our rookie roster and make sure that we can train and make better agents. And we can also help the mentors and the producing agents leverage the newer agents to help them with their database, because Lord knows they get busy. We go into busy seasons and we're running like a rat race, and it's really nice to have the help, especially for open houses, for more marketing, for collaborative marketing, and showings as well when we're away. I also see us being part of our downtown community quite a bit, especially with our events. Stay tuned, come in for a block party. We're gonna have our doors open. We're gonna have some activities for the kids. We're gonna have a musician playing indoors so you can get out of the sun or the rain, whatever forecast we are awaiting here. And then there's definitely some holiday events that we're gonna be a part of downtown. Again, we wanna keep trying to clean up our streets and help each other, help our local business owners grow and have their support as well. So yeah, the future is bright at Revel. Summarized in 3 words: mentorship, community, and reveling. This is our first YouTube channel on behalf of Revel North Bay. I wanted to put out kind of a long form video every month to our community, to our consumers, or to realtors as well in the local area. So these videos will be focused on bringing you, again, a recap on consumer trends, what's happening with our local real estate market, answering frequently asked questions. I'll be bringing on guests, so we're gonna have full-on conversations. None of this is scripted. Even today, this is just for my lap. I'm excited to kind of share with you guys more in depth what we're doing here, and make sure to subscribe to our channel for all of the exciting stuff on the way.